Living in a city sucks ass. Blows a donkey dick. So let's figure out what's the worst city. No. What's the worst country? What's the worst piece of this earth to live in as a human being? And those places are many. And there's some clear freaking dangers that even the smooth brainers can freaking see. And then there's a bunch of hidden dangers that we at the base science of course know about, because we got that base knowledge. So I'm gonna educate your ass and show you the worst places to live on this hell earth, so you know what to avoid and what to get out of. Because remember, if you wanna feel better, you gotta change up your environment.
I'm just gonna change up my diet. I'm gonna do raw eggs all the time. I'm gonna just eat a little bit more raw meat.
Guess what? It's not enough these days anymore. That shit worked when John D. Rockefeller was alive 100 years ago. Was because what they started and did and what the technocrats are doing, that shit ain't working anymore. So we gonna be really smart about this. We're not gonna start to become real wise. We're gonna pump our brains full of that base knowledge, so we know the best places to live on this earth. Now, the big key here is, if you got disease, that disease is never gonna go away if you got that from that environment you're living right now. You gotta change up your environment to heal. If you feel like shit, it's because of your environment. And toxic people, of course, all there. So you wanna get far away from them, but you change up your environment to feel better. Where I'm at right now, the best country in the world, Finland, the home of base science, where base knowledge is broadcasted by at this point of time. Now Scandinavia used to be the most based center of based human beings. Super balanced, intelligent, strong, well-built Vikings. But guess what? Now we ain't that anymore. Finland just gave freaking... If there's another pandemic, WHO is gonna have all the control. Finland is just gonna follow this shit. So, like most of Europe, Finland is going down the drain because of EU. And who's in control of EU? They wanna make this shit Dark Age place again. Back to the Dark Ages and communism and shit. So Finland could be a nice place. Also we have a lot of technology. Nokia is from here. All these telecommunication companies that are ruining this shit with their 5 and 4Gs and coming up 6Cs. Man, that's terrible. Finland also one of the highest rates of type 1 diabetes, because we blue light toxic as hell. The weather is sucking right now. It's almost July and it feels like freaking October. It's rainy. And I hate being in the city right now. If you're in the cabin, sometimes that's okay, even with this weather. But yeah, Finland 5G hellhole, poor magnetism. The nature is absolutely beautiful. The summers here, if it's sunny outside, as you have seen from my base science videos, absolutely stunning. Feels amazing. Winter, skip. But if you've never seen snow, it's a good time to come to the Lapland. population density very low. Like that's a good thing. Well, we way too much inside. Sweden and Norway based. They still got some more base shit because they're not part of EU. Norway really rich. Very good seafood in Finland, Sweden and Norway. That's a good thing about them. I'll probably say I really like Sweden. I've been there many times. But they got those microships. The technology is ruining these countries, yeah. The EU is ruining these countries. They're not the worst place to live, Scandinavia, but far from the best. The light environment, the sunshine, really lacking. The light stability is terrible. The sun is out all the time right now. It's affecting my sleep a little bit, I noticed. And in the winter it's even more, that's way more terrible because it's dark all the time. So yeah. What about Russia? I don't really know about Russia. There's a lot of Russia. What about North Pole? Where is it? Mount Meru, that's probably the best. That's high magnetism. Aurora Borealis 24/7. Just healing there, the polar bears. But don't eat the polar bear livers. You're gonna get vitamin A poisoning. What blue light causes already for everybody. So shut the fuck up about it. So Russia, it's a big place. And what I understand, they don't really use the EMFs for their population that much. But Siberia, way too cold. There's probably some Soviet Union flashbacks that are haunting everybody living there. Like this place got a lot of dark history that happened only like under 100 years ago. So Russia, probably you're gonna get those freaking gulag flashbacks and shit. So I wouldn't really say Russia is a good place to go. Also, you might have to go to war with them. It's one of the worst places probably to go. Now here's the real worst place. Okay, let's go do this. How is the world line? I wanna kinda go. It's kinda weird. Come on, tilt the view. No, not like that. Anyway, we are come to the worst place on this earth. Never go to this place. This is probably the worst. This is by far the worst place to be right now. You don't wanna be anywhere near this place. They cause a lot of problems for everybody. But it is what it is. Don't go to this place. Don't go to this place. Turkey is cool. The weather is real nice, but it's kinda close to this place. And they kinda too close to this and too close to EU. So Turkey probably not a great place. Now this place, Cyprus, and these islands, Greece, this would be amazing place. It's so beautiful there. I've been there many times. But really with the EU stuff and really with the EMF stuff, because this place has a lot of military bases, a lot of military radars, and that shit is some of the worst EMFs you can get and nobody really knows about, but if you test them you can see it by yourself, and that kind of ruins most of the Mediterranean that would, like naturally Mediterranean would be amazing, but we ruined it. That's why Sardinia, which I have been once, very beautiful place also. Like you could get so good seafood there. The snorkeling is amazing. The weather is amazing, but Sardinia, like Finland, is actually one of the highest places of type 1 diabetes, and that's because of the military bases and their high EMFs. So that's why Italy, like these places used to be fucking top notch, but these days, with the problems we modern humans have with our little technologies and shit, we're making these places, and our politicians and politics, we are making these places inhabitable. And if you wanna heal, if you got some diseases, they're really bad. Same goes to Spain. Portugal is probably a little bit better. It's also a little bit cheaper, like these countries, Spain, Italy, southern part of France, that they are so beautiful, so good, but full of EMFs. Population density is really high, and they're pretty freaking expensive. Monaco, that's a cool place, full of rich people. So they used to be, like this area used to be the top-notch human area to live. Mediterranean is such a vibe, but we're ruining this shit. Same goes to the whole EU. The whole EU area is really bad right now because of the politics. They're making everything middle age, dark age, communist. They're driving this WEF agendas, Klaus Schwab agendas coming out of the Switzerland and the central bank. So if you don't like freedom, maybe go these places. Now we come to the worst place. Now this is one place you wanna absolutely avoid as a human being right now. I know I got some viewers. Maybe Ireland is not there, but Ireland is pretty poor as well. But United Kingdom might be the #1 worst place on this hell earth. Never go to this place, especially right now. Poor weather, poor poor dental shit. The English, the proper English accent is kinda annoying. The culture, I don't like it. The politics, absolutely the worst politics on this earth, coming out of some little place over here. Where's the city of London? That's where all of this shit freaking stems from. Because of these imperialists, the royal family. That's really where a lot of shit comes from. But yeah, avoid this place like cancer, because it is the cancer that is world. Iceland, that's what Norway used to be. Now the volcanic activity is on Iceland. So Iceland is super based. You can get to those geothermal pools, get tremendous, spectacular grounding there. The water is super pure like it is in Scandinavia. So tremendous water, poor light, poor sunlight, which sucks. Now Greenland, if you got connections, you went to the Epstein Islands and shit, maybe then you can get access to some Greenland bases, but this is no place for peasants, no, no, no. But yeah, Iceland over United Kingdom every day of the week. That covers EU. In general, avoid this place like a plague. Scandinavia, super based, come here to visit in summer, but don't stay too long. Politics are going down the drain, taking out of our freedoms and health and time and our wealth. EU in general is like that. Mediterranean, super based used to be, but right now really not that good. Russia kinda unknown. This place worst place to be. Then Ukraine obviously, the Poland probably pretty based, Hungary is probably pretty based, Romania is probably pretty based, but still too close to all of this shit. Too close to all of this nonsense with this place over here. So you never know what's gonna happen. The weather is not that good anyways. Now Africa is the Chad of the continents. Chad is probably Chad place to be. If you wanna look smacks, why not go to Chad? Some really Chad people come out of there. Now Africa is probably super based. Obviously the desert area, the Sahara area is not that great. Deserts there ain't no place to be for human beings, like we learned from this area. But a lot of super healthy people come out of this religion. All the best athletes are kinda from this area, but they kinda went to here because of slavery. But they originally from here. But I don't really know a lot about this area. Never been there. But it seems super based. You can go to Uganda to drink blood and milk with Maasai people. But it might be kinda dangerous. You have to be a real Chad, a real Niger, a real Nigeria man to be protected in this area. But I know this is probably great place for healing. Amazing place for healing because a lot of super healthiest people come out of here. Super athletes, super Chad people coming out of here. You can see some gorillas and all kinds of cool. Now I have been to South Africa. Been to Cape Town. South Africa is probably a pretty good place to be, but also the whole Africa is like down here when it's green. Like it's super good place for a living organism. Probably not that much EMFs, no 5G, no 4G, they all about that 2G and 3G, which I like. But might be really dangerous. India, never go with the curry cells. Never go with the curry cells. China, obviously, we not about that surveillance state shit. Japan is probably pretty based. Tremendous seafood. The people are kinda based. Although kinda clueless as well because of the technology. Like good percentage of under 25-year-old Japanese men are virgins. So if you wanna get laid, like as a Scandinavian, you probably would get some Japanese girls. They probably, because these days, because of all this technology and what we see in the internet these days, the girls don't like their own race anymore. They like the people from this area and probably Japanese people like Scandinavian men and all kind of crazy shit. But yeah, Japan might be best place to go. It's pretty warm, but the 5G and 6G and all the military bases, probably the EMF's gonna be out of place. North Korea, that's probably the answer. Although China controls it. But they probably don't have any of the technology. We just have bad image of them because all the media that some people own, they don't like to support natural living. North Korea probably stands for Natural Korea. South Korea is 5G technology hellhole. Natural Korea is the place to be. So go check it out on your own concern. Taiwan, never go there. Now all these islands in Pacific, they used to be producing some of the best specimens of human beings in the Western age process time. And still might be. Just better hope some tsunami ain't coming to get your ass in the Cook Islands or Samoa or Fiji or Tonga. Like these islands probably still super based. Tremendous seafood, coconuts all day, some pork, some tubers, some fruit. I don't know about the EMFs. That's kinda scary because I know USA got a lot of military stuff going on over here, and probably China as well, and probably Australia. So I don't know about the military stuff, if there's a lot of military places, because one thing the military bases have destroyed is Hawaii. Everybody thinks this tropical island is so cool, it's full of military places. The non-native EMFs are out of this world. You can never heal in Hawaii. You can never have functioning brain here. So avoid Hawaii. Sad to say, I would like to go there, but might not, because this place, this is another place you wanna avoid like a plague. Especially this place. This place is some of the worst. This is also some of the worst. Like this area of United States, never go there. Never go here. Like US of A. Alaska might be kinda based, but it's already cold. But this country is even worse. After Great Britain, who owns Canada? These Commonwealth countries. This might be even worse than Great Britain. The politics, complete abomination. If you wanna become an abomination of human being, you go live here, especially over here. Seems to be the worst places to live. But the whole country is pretty much gone. Now this area of United States, absolute EMF hellhole. That's why they got all these ticks and Lyme disease going on, and it's creeping up here, Florida. I've been there, beautiful place. But okay, this is probably some of the best places to be, like this area. Mexico is pretty much infected by a little bit of the United States. They brought the 5G in Mexico. They bought the 5G to Puerto Rico after those hurricanes. Did the same probably some of these islands over here. But here it's still kinda good. I would say Panama to Guatemala. Look up to there. The politics might be sketchy. Now here is probably also pretty good, but again, politics might be sketchy. I got 2 minutes remaining. Brazil, probably based. A lot of good athletes coming out of, a lot of healthy looking women and healthy looking people come out of this place and this place. I heard the magnetism is kind of bad over like Paraguay, Argentina, Bolivia area. So maybe not go this south. But when it's green, might be pretty good. Might be pretty good. And then we go to one of the worst places also that I skipped. This little island. And who owns this island? Same people who own freaking Canada and the Great Britain. Now if you wanna live here, you wanna live right over here. On top of this island when it's a little bit green, because this is all desert. horrible magnetism, horrible water, horrible EMFs. Don't go this place, don't go this place. Queensland, Darwin. This is the place to be if you wanna live in this island, if you wanna get better. Probably don't go here either. Now you can go to visit. This is probably best area as well. Papua New Guinea. Go with the tribes. Indonesia. Population density might be too high. Might be super trashy. The technology is coming to take these places. Now Myanmar might be really good. Burma. Because it's kinda... They don't like the WEF shit. Philippines, I don't know, might be a good place also. Taiwan, never go there. Never be close to China's activity. But this place very bad. Most of it is very bad. Poor magnetism, poor water. Now this place is the worst place probably. Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, those are probably good. Turkmenistan might be very good, eat the horse meat there, become Genghis Khan Maxim, take over the world from there. I'm out. Let me know what you think about, where you live, and I can tell you is it good or not. Best Science out.